The Great Wall of China is an ancient defensive system consisting of a network of walls and fortifications stretching across northern China for a combined distance of over 13,000 miles. Today, the Great Wall is perhaps the most recognizable symbol of China and its lengthy and eventful history. During the Ming Dynasty, which ruled China from the 14th to the 17th centuries AD, the sections of the Great Wall that is most well known and well preserved was constructed. Though the Great Wall never effectively kept invaders out of China, it became a powerful symbol of Chinese civilization's enduring strength. Although construction of the Great Wall of China began in the 5th century BC, many of the fortifications that are now part of the wall were actually built hundreds of years earlier, when China was divided into a number of independent kingdoms during the so-called Warring States period. Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of a unified China under the Qing dynasty, issued an order around 220 BC to demolish the fortifications between the various states and connect the various walls along the northern border into a single system that would stretch for more than 10,000 li. A li is about 1/3 of a mile. The 1 li Changcheng, or 10,000 li long wall, was one of the most ambitious construction projects by any civilization. The project was initially directed by the famous Chinese general Meng Tian, who was said to have used a huge army of soldiers, convicts, and common people as workers. The wall, which was mostly made of earth and stone, stretched over 3,000 miles west into Gansu province, from the Chinese seaport of Shanghai Guan. The Great Wall rose 15 to 30 feet high from a base of 15 to 50 feet and was topped by ramparts 12 feet or higher. Guards were spaced at regular intervals along it. When Qin Shi Huang died and the Qin dynasty fell, much of the Great Wall fell into disrepair. Following the fall of the later Han dynasty, a number of frontier tribes took control of northern China. The northern Wei dynasty was the most powerful of these, repairing and extending the existing wall to defend against attacks from other tribes. More than 900 miles of the wall were constructed or repaired during the reign of the Beiqi Kingdom, 550 to 577. And the Great Wall of China was frequently maintained and expanded upon during the brief but powerful Sui dynasty, 581 to 618. As China continued to expand north after defeating the Tujie tribe and passing the original frontier protected by the Great Wall, the Sui dynasty eventually collapsed and was replaced by the Tang dynasty. The Chinese were forced to withdraw during the Song dynasty because they were under attack from the Liao and Jin peoples to the north, who took control of many areas on both sides of the Great Wall during this time. Genghis Khan is credited with establishing the powerful Yan Mongol dynasty 1206 to 1368, which eventually controlled the entirety of China in addition to large portions of Asia and Europe. Although the Great Wall was of little significance to the Mongols as a military fortification, soldiers were assigned to man the wall in order to protect the merchants and caravans traveling along the lucrative Silk Road trade routes that were established during this time period. Although it has a long history, the Great Wall of China that we see today was constructed during the Ming Dynasty, which was China's most powerful dynasty at the time, 1368 to 1644. Wall construction was limited before the late 15th century because, much like the Mongols, early Ming rulers were not particularly interested in constructing border fortifications. This continued until the late 15th century. Beijing was established as the capital city in 1421 by the Ming Emperor Yongle on the site of the earlier Mongol city of Dadu. At the time, Dadu was known as the capital of China. The Ming dynasty was responsible for the flourishing of Chinese culture and the enormous amount of construction that took place during this time period. In addition to the Great Wall, this included the construction of pagodas, bridges, and temples. The Great Wall, as it is now recognized, began to be built around 1474. After a period of territorial expansion, Ming rulers adopted a more defensive posture, and the reformation and extension of the Great Wall was critical to this strategy. The Ming Wall ran east to west through today's Liaoning, Hebei, Tianjin, Beijing, Inner Mongolia, Shanxi, Shaanxi, Ningxia, and Gansu provinces, from the Yalu River in Liaoning to the eastern banks of the Taolai River in Gansu. Beginning west of the Juyong Pass, the Great Wall was divided into two sections, the inner and outer walls. Strategic passes, i.e. fortresses and gates, were built along the wall. the Juyong, Daoma, and Jijing passes closest to Beijing were dubbed the Three Inner Passes, while the Yanmen, Ningwu, and Piantou passes further west were dubbed the Three Outer Passes. In the mid-17th century, Manchus from central and southern Manchuria breached the Great Wall and encroached on Beijing, forcing the Ming dynasty to fall and the Qing dynasty to begin. Between the 18th and 20th centuries, the Great Wall became the most common symbol of China for the Western world, serving as both a physical manifestation of Chinese strength and a psychological representation of the Chinese state's barrier to repel foreign influences and exert control over its citizens. While portions of the wall north of Beijing and near tourist attractions have been preserved and even extensively renovated, the wall is in disrepair in many other places. The wall occasionally served as a source of stones for the construction of houses and roads. Sections of the wall have also been subjected to graffiti and vandalism, and inscribed bricks have been stolen and sold on the black market for up to 50 renminbi, which is about $7. Parts of the landscape have been destroyed to make way for construction or mining. According to a 2012 report by the National Cultural Heritage Administration, 22% of the Ming Great Wall has vanished, with 1,961 kilometers of the wall having vanished. More than 60 kilometers of the wall in Gansu province may be lost in the next 20 years due to sandstorm erosion. The height of the wall has been reduced in some places from more than 5 meters to less than 2 meters. Several square lookout towers that typify the most famous images of the wall have vanished. Many western sections of the wall are made of mud rather than brick and stone, making them more prone to erosion. A section of the wall near the border of Liaoning and Hebei provinces was reinforced with concrete in 2014. However, this work has received a lot of criticism. The Great Wall shows how farming societies and nomadic societies met and talked to each other in ancient China. It is a great example of the great military architecture, technology, and art of ancient China. It is a physical sign of the far-sighted political strategy and strong military and national defense forces of the central empires in ancient China. As the national symbol for keeping the country and its people safe, it has a meaning that can't be matched. So that's the end of the video. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and press the notification bell so you never miss out on our next videos. Until the next video, take care.